As the European Parliament once again makes its monthly trek here to Strasbourg, the campaign to find a single and permanent seat for the Parliament returns to the spotlight. Such a move, though, would require a treaty change and a number of years to negotiate the new plan. But with EU spending under close scrutiny and a growing number of EU citizens supporting the new campaign, there is optimism that change may be closer than ever. Once a month, 3,000 members of the European Parliament and their staff, along with hundreds of journalists, pack up their offices in Brussels and travel to the French city of Strasbourg for a week of plenary. The move costs European taxpayers €200 million a year, but is an arrangement enshrined in an EU treaty, originally intended to ensure Franco-German peace and spread out the institutions. During that week, Strasbourg, already a popular tourist destination, sees an even bigger boost to its local economy.
There's always people in the hotel, and we can't actually accept other people. The other day I was not working and I wanted to go to a restaurant, and it was full of politicians in there, so actually I couldn't eat my favorite meal.
There's been some anxiety here among businesses over the prospect of losing out to Brussels in the future should there be a treaty change, but others are confident that time will never come.
And we will stay anyway parliamentary capital of Europe, because to change that you need a vote with unanimous. It's quite impossible because France will refuse and our friends of Germany will refuse. So there is no question about that.
The Strasbourg power struggle is also an issue with lawmakers who argue the European Parliament is unable to decide when and where it operates. It's one of the major arguments being put forward to reconsider the Strasbourg seat.
Well, the problem right now is that the Parliament can't decide on its own seat, its working place and its calendar, which I find a bit strange. It stems from back to the 1950s, where the heads of state made an arrangement on these issues. And I think Europe should be able to change things when we realize that it has not been the best solution. So we have this huge building here. It has to be heated all the year. It has to be maintained all the year. But the members of Parliament and the staff is here for 42 days a year. For the rest of the year, it's all empty. So every other solution, I think, would be better for Strasbourg if it's continuous, not only 42 days a year.
Work in the months ahead will involve getting Parliament to back a report that will ensure the Strasbourg seat question is on the agenda when the time comes for treaty change after the next parliamentary elections. Some believe that if and when the European economy picks up again, the complicated Strasbourg question will become a bit of a dormant issue. But for now, the single-seat campaign is continuing to win the hearts and minds of millions of Europeans living the economic crisis here, who are calling for an end to unnecessary spending. Sandra Gottman for JN1 in Strasbourg.